Hey guys, welcome back to another video from Bad Stag Gaming. Going to be showing you some super WiWi today at Town Hall 13. Took this strategy out into Legends League yesterday, managed to get 5 triples out of the 8 attacks. The other 3 were just time fails, so really strong strategy. Let's see what it looks like in action. I'm going to start off this attack with a Warden Walk on one side. Not going to invest the 5 healers that most people do, just taking 4 for this strategy because there's so much camp space taken up by those super witches and super wizards that really have the space for it. But 4 healers will be enough. The warden really is just going to clear out some of the defences and a few buildings on that right hand side in preparation for the funnel to be set on the other side using my king and super witch. Earthquakes down in the core, that just clears out that central compartment and softens up the town hall so that when the log launcher goes down and gets close enough, those logs are going to start taking out the town hall. Most times it'll take it out before the troops get over to the town hall anyway. There goes the king, the champion skin. I think that is easily the best one that Supercell have done so far. Well worth the purchase. Here we are with the rest of the troops. So the log launcher goes down with the ice golem to tank super witch and super wizards down behind that. Super witches are so tanky, they'll soak up all the damage. Super wizards will be protected. Surprise, surprise! Looks like we've got super minions in the enemy CC. I think this is probably one of 2 attacks that I did that day that had super minions. A lot of the others had ice golems, so the defense meta seems to be changing a bit, thankfully. But troops are walking around to the left. I've got super witch on the right. I've got yetis coming out of the log launcher. Queen still got her ability. Royal champion on the left has still got her ability. Not a lot of base left. Looks like I've got a little pack walking around with the king and the royal champion, just clearing out the bottom side of this base. The only thing that can really cause any problem now is the enemy king, but with the royal champion ability and the queen's ability, shouldn't be an issue at all. That jump in the right hand compartment is going to come in key because it's going to allow the queen to get through and finish off the rest of these defensive once she's taken out the king. Here she goes. My king's still alive. One of the first troops dropped and he's still walking around that base like a boss, just taking it out. Queen's ability is going to go off now, take out that central compartment, so scatter shots down, Inferno's down, Royal Champion is dead, Grand Warden statue is down, and here we go with the rest of the cleanup. Nice 3-star. And we're on to the next one. This base, really interesting. It's got that central vein running through the middle of it that connects everything up. So as soon as I spotted that, I realised that if I got my troops into there, they'd be able to work their way around. My queen and the super witches could then reach pretty much everything once I'd opened up the core with an earthquake. So Grand Warden's down to 12 o'clock to start cutting the funnel up there. Looks like we might have found a Tesla farm. In fact, I know we found a Tesla farm. I remember this attack. But not going to be a problem. Grand Warden will take care of most of that. Quakes down in the core, damage in the town hall. That step is key when you're using a log launcher, in my opinion, because the whole point of the log launcher for my use is to take out the town hall. King and super witch on the right hand side, cutting the rest of the funnel, just going to drive everything through into the core. So ice golem down, log launcher, super witches, super wizards down behind them, getting that great chain value. And then we got my heroes. Get the jump spell down into the enemy queen. Rage, warden ability is going to be early on this one, just because there was quite a lot of damage coming from the enemy queen, the expo and the multi-inferno. Still lots of troops up in the middle. Enemy doesn't have super minions in the CC, so fantastic news. Does have a lava hound, but that's fine. When you're using super wizards and you have a lava hound in the enemy CC, it's not a problem. Those pubs get disintegrated very quickly. My royal champion is going to be used to take out most of the top compartments on the left hand side. She's not going to get as much value as I was hoping, but that's fine. She's cleared enough of the base for me to don't have to worry about that one wizard tower up there. I've still got super witches up in the core. I've still got super witches coming around on the bottom side of the base, clearing out some of those defences. Still got the queen ability. Big boys are still walking around tanking some of the defences. Healers have switched to the super witches and they can stand there all day taking scatter shot hits and multi-inferno hits. As long as those healers are on them, those super witches are never dying, they'll live forever. So Queen's going to have to pop her ability very soon, here we go, but not a lot left in the base to be fair. Do get quite a fortunate split here. So whilst the Queen and the super witches do all go to the bottom section of the base to clear it out, for some reason the Queen decides she's going to go left to take out the top section. Super witches are going to stay down here, they're going to pound through that wall to try and get to that multi-inferno. Healers also switched, one does die, but that was a nice switch as well, and the healer is exactly where I need her to be. She's with that super witch on the bottom protecting from the multi-inferno. Queen has virtually got no health left at all. I don't know how she's managed to get to the end of this attack. Wizard Tower isn't even going to get a hit on her, it's going to go straight for the Warden, so thank you Warden for tanking, and that's a 3-star. And final attack today, up against another interesting looking base, but same strategy. Don't need to tweak it really for this one either. That central area is going to get completely destroyed with the earthquake spells and open everything up, so probably a bit easier than the others. Grand Warden down at 3 o'clock, again quite short Warden walk on these attacks. Doesn't need to be very long, can be longer than a normal Super Witch attack because the Super Wizards will do so much chain damage behind the Super Witches, but don't usually need it. Gonna drop a Super Witch up at 12 o'clock. Don't need to start the funnel with the King on this one because all of the defences are far enough away so the Super Witch won't get targeted very quickly. There we are with the earthquakes. Town Hall's already down to nearly half health, so Log Launcher should do some damage to it. Because of the distance on this one, the Log Launcher will not get the Town Hall down, but that's okay. So which create the funnel, going to invest a rage onto the Warden just so I can try and get through that enemy Warden statue quickly because it does punch really hard on defense and my Warden was looking a bit ropey. King and Ice Golem down, Super Witches and Log Launcher down behind them. Funnel's pretty much cut on the left hand side now so everything will move through into the core. Jump spell down, all the troops following in behind with my heroes. Next rage, freeze, just to make sure that my King is protected, and then the Warden's ability is going to be hit very soon because it looks like my King again has walked into a single Inferno Rage. That's okay. King's going to move away from that, walk round. The rest of my troops are going to take out the Eagle, the Inferno. I've still got Yetis in the core. I've got my World Champion coming down the left hand side. She's going to start taking out defences for me. She's not going to make it through the enemy Royal Champion, but that's okay. There'll be a nice, interesting little standoff there in a minute for you to see. Town Hall hasn't gone down yet, but I've got Yetis, Super Witches, Super Wizards, I've got my Queen, I've got my Warden. Loads of troops still alive in the core, so they're going to take that Town Hall down any minute. My Royal Champion got destroyed, but that's alright. There is a Super Witch and a Big Boy moving in to take on the enemy Royal Champion. Interesting standoff here, Royal Champion and Expo versus Super Witch. Super Witches aren't that super when it comes to that kind of DPS, so Super Witch goes down. But we now have a Super Witch with a healer moving across towards the Royal Champion. And she's going to take her out quite easily. Like I said before, Super Witches with healers on them, almost indestructible. Obviously single Infernos will take them out, but not a lot else. And there we go. Another 3-star. Really successful day in Legends with this attack. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll be back very soon with more videos from Clash of Clans and Bad Stag Gaming.